Hi, my name is Bill Kakis. I want to thank you for joining the presentation today. We're going to talk about some things in the personal injury niche that most likely you've never heard of before. Some of this technology that we're able to leverage is something that is not available to the vast majority of the population out there. We're going to talk about consumer intelligence, behavioral data, intelligent marketing, combined with an automated follow-up that has created some really very impressive campaigns of the likes that we've never seen before. These campaigns have been tried and tested. We've literally spent six figures in ad spend over the last year testing and refining these ads in our campaigns and our funnels, and we're generating these results that are consistent and predictable day in and day out. So my name is Bill Kakis. I'm one of the managing partners here at Tell All Digital that was established back in 2010. I have over 20 years internet marketing experience. I've been featured in Newsweek, NPR, New York Times, ABC, Fox, Digital Journal, Lawyers Weekly, and many other publications all within this past year. I am Google certified, Google AdWords certified, 100% results and ROI driven. It has to make sense for everybody. So we're going to talk about demand generation, analyzing the hiring phases of your target market. When you're dealing with personal injury, there's not a set demographic. It's not like you could go after just a particular age range or income or geographic demographic to target your audience. Everybody and anybody is prone to being hurt by somebody else's negligence. So what we're able to do now with our consumer intelligence behavior, we are currently following 250 million Americans' online behavior. And we could put a microscope on those 250 million people and see who is performing the online intent and who has that behavior and that intent where they are looking and ready to hire a personal injury attorney. And that's that top 10% that we focus on, and certainly on that top 3%, which is the golden egg. Our consumer intelligence database is currently following 250 million Americans. And this is all using artificial intelligence and machine learning by analyzing 25 billion real-time behavior points a day. And we're looking at things like what websites are they going to, what keywords are they putting in the search engines, what type of campaigns are they responding to, what ads they're clicking on, what email campaigns that they're responding to, what type of content they're consuming. Are they reading reviews from other attorneys? Are they looking up possible settlements amount from their injuries? Are they looking on Avo? Their geolocation, did they visit a hospital? Were they in an emergency room in your area? Certainly anything online. Are they looking at your competition? We're looking at so many different things and creating literally dozens, even hundreds of layers of behaviors that we're looking at from these 250 million Americans, create these behavioral profiles of people that are actively looking for a personal injury attorney. This is Fortune 500 level data. Fortune 500 companies are using this type of data. There's only a handful of us out there that have licenses to this data that we can distribute on a smaller level. You would usually need to be spending six figures in ad spend a month to get this data if you knew where to even get this. Your competition is not using this data, at least not yet anyways. By having this data and having this intelligence behind you gives you a pretty big leg up on your competition when it comes to reach your target market. So as I mentioned, one of our behavioral triggers, we look at people that have visited a hospital or emergency room, pain management clinics in your area, taking that as a behavior and also looking at all the other behaviors that they're doing as well. So we're really hitting a good amount of people that are in the market and not just throwing out a blanket net of anybody that hasn't been injured or showing any intent. And that's what makes our campaigns really, really strong at the end of the day. So we're running two different types of personal injury campaigns. We're running general personal injury campaigns, which covers the gamuts of personal injuries, everything from car accidents to work accidents, malpractice, slip and falls, negligent injuries, product liability, wrongful death. Within the last 6 or 7 months, we've been able to dial in on that stronger and really focus on people that have been in motor vehicle and pedestrian truck accidents, bike, and also people who are not happy with their current attorney. We've had numerous amounts of clients win cases from clients that were not happy with their attorneys. Most of our clients don't have dedicated people to follow up consistently and regularly with leads that they get. So many leads end up going cold because of either the failure to follow up altogether or their lack of attempts on following up if they can't get somebody. So these are pretty much real world numbers. There's lots of different studies out there and have numbers showing similar to this, all in the same range. 40% of leads never get followed up on. The lead will hit their inbox, they get busy, they're working on a case, they're in court. 25% of them will make a second contact and stop. 12% make 3 contacts or more and stop, and only 10% will make more than 3 attempts. How those translate at the end of the day is 2% of those sales are made on the first contact, 3% are made on the second, 5% on the third, 10% on the fourth, and 80% of all deals closed are made after the 5th to 12th contact. How many leads that you've received have you made 4, 5, 6 contacts with? Well, we know it's nearly an impossibility for most attorneys and most businesses out there because they don't have the systems in place to do this. And to that effect, the speed in which a lead is first contact makes a huge difference. And there are lots of studies supporting this, but even if you follow up with a web lead within 5 minutes, you're 9 times more likely to convert them. But even as challenging as it is to follow up consistently, it's even more challenging to follow up within 5 minutes. That lead hits your inbox, and what if you're on the call? What if you're in court? What if you're in a conference with a client? And if you don't have somebody else to do that, well, that lead just goes cold. And taking that one step further, there's a 10x decrease in your odds of making contact with the lead after the first 5 minutes. When they fill out that lead form, they're thinking about it. It's on their mind. Getting to that lead within the first 5 minutes is crucial. But once we identify these people, we will send them ads, high converting ads that are tried and tested. We drive them to a high converting landing page that's also been tried and tested. We get them to that landing page and they fill out a nice little survey and they opt in. We've increased the conversion with a proven automated follow-up sequence, and that consists of email, ringless voicemails, and SMS text messages. Now, everybody's filled out a form requesting information, so they've all opted in to get more information from you and to be contacted by you. Ringless voicemails, if you're not familiar with them, they're extremely powerful. What they are is they're a voicemail message that you'll record where it sounds like you, the attorney, picked up the phone, called that person, inquiring about their injuries and case and inviting them in for a free consultation. This message, the scripts, they're generic, but they're recorded where they sound specifically enough where you're picking up the phone and calling each individual person. And this gets delivered right to their cell phone voicemail without their phone ringing. They'll look at their phone and they'll see that they have a voicemail, a missed call on there, and they'll listen to it and they'll hear your message. We also back that up with text messages and email. And we're magnifying this message. We're doing this over a period of several days where we're alternating the different messaging and sending them at different times of the day. We found this to be extremely productive and at the end of the day has generated tremendous results. This is one campaign that's generated 64 prospects. This is another one that generated 58 prospects. You can manage all of these leads. You could view all their communications. You could update the status if a lead became a client. These are all very responsive leads. The follow-up sequence takes a lot of the legwork out of it for you. This is another one, an accident campaign that this was just 3 weeks in and generated 41 prospects. And now when you click through to these leads, you could see all the communications and the automated communications that have gone on as well as responses from the clients. All of the leads have filled out a survey questionnaire along with providing their name, email, and phone number. How were you hurt? Did you have to go to the doctor? Do you currently have a lawyer? When did the accident occur? And how much compensation do you think you deserve? Particular one, there were 2 other communications before this. They responded back and the dialogue began. This also is a smart follow-up system, a 6-day sequence of follow-up with the variety of emails, text messages, and voicemail drop. The system knows, because we track everything, that when somebody responds back to any of these follow-ups that are engaging them to have that phone call or come into the office conversation with you, that if anybody responds and takes them out of future sequences. So you could see that after 5 touch points, this person responded. After 4 automated outreaches, this person responded. After 3 touch points, and this one, 13 days later, after 9 touch points, the person called back and came in and signed up as a case 2 days later. This one responded 5 days later after 8 touch points. This is just time and time again. We literally have hundreds and hundreds of leads that show this same type of behaviors. Campaigns have generated between 43 and 64 leads. These are exclusive campaigns that are run for you. Our average cost per lead has $50 to $95 range. Average case conversion rate, meaning how many cases close from that, averages in the 10% range. We found our average cost to land a case on general personal injury is between $500 and $900. On motor vehicle, the average cost per case is between $700 and $1,000 at the end of the day. And there have been cases that attorneys have closed in the 6 and 7 figure range from these leads. But at the end of the day, nothing else matters but return on investment. So we're looking for serious attorneys that want to have a steady lead flow of personal injury leads, whether it's general personal injury or motor vehicle accident, month in and month out, turn into a steady flow of clients. We made getting started really easy. We're doing all the heavy lifting. Our campaigns launch within 7 days, and the lead flow starts coming in just within a day or two. Your job is to set those appointments, speak to those clients, and get them in and close them once they respond to the automated follow-up. These campaigns just work, folks. They work. They're tried and tested. They're proven, and they generate consistent results day in and day out. If you're looking for more high quality leads of auto accidents or general personal injury, you want this campaign. Want to prove it to you? Just click on the link below and schedule a quick call together. We can go through the details. If it makes sense, we'll get you started. Thanks so much, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Have a great day.